Rob Tebbutt here for ID Boxing, joined by unbeaten sensation Adam Azim. We're down here at McGuigan's gym in Leighton. Nice day today, not as sunny as it has been, but Adam, how are you? Nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, man. Always a pleasure sitting next to you.
Thanks very much. Always a pleasure to see you. Watch you work out today with Shane and obviously the rest of the guys with the circuit.
Yeah.
How are you getting on in the gym? Looked like pretty hard work today.
Yeah, definitely. Always a hard work in the gym. You know, when you come to this gym, it's nothing easy. So we've got to put everything into it. So yeah, another day in the office.
Another day in the office indeed. Now before we talk about the future, let's talk about your last fight, which I was very privileged to be at in Coventry. Another first round stoppage win over Anthony Loffet.
Yeah.
What did you make of your performance?
I thought it was a great performance. You guys didn't really see all of me because obviously I took him out in a blast, so in 1 minute. And I knew for a fact if I land a shot on him and he gets hurt, then obviously I know for a fact if I hit him once correctly, right on the chin or anywhere, I think he'll feel it. So obviously when I saw the opportunity, I took him out. And don't forget, I don't get paid it for overtime, do I?
Absolutely right. A little Cristiano Ronaldo celebration for that as well. Is that something that you'd planned before?
Yeah, I planned it before because I'm pretty sure I was looking on, all the TV, the other boxers that done their celebration. I've never seen someone done the Sue, so I thought, I'd be the first person to do the Sue in boxing. So, and then obviously I started out with a cartwheel to backflip into Sue. So different types of celebrations that attract people and be like, oh, this celebration, I don't know what he's going to do next. Because every celebration I'm doing, I'm changing it up. So.
Well, we look forward to seeing what you've got planned for your next one.
Yeah.
Before we move on, some atmosphere in there. Of course, you had Dylan Cheema, who's somebody who, of course, has been linked to you, but great atmosphere that night.
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere. And for everyone to be there, it was awesome. And it was a special night for me because it was my first title. And for me, winning that title at that young age is still a great achievement. So.
There's a lot of expectation on you, a lot of people talking about yourself and your brother, of course. Where would you like to go with the end of this year? Of course, there's the Dylan Cheema fight, which has been much talked about. Ryland Charlton, another name that's been mentioned for yourself. What would you want to see for yourself before the end of the year?
See, that'll be lovely fights to take in before the end of the year. And I've got, obviously I want to get 2 more fights in at the end of the year. And then obviously bag out, 2 stoppages or 2 knockouts. That's my aims because I want a 7. Me and Shane got a target that we want a 7 streak knockout, and all of them, obviously by stoppage. And for me to do that, it'd be great as well.
That Dylan Cheema fight, I mean, again, the atmosphere that night in Coventry was fantastic. We had the drums, everybody was going crazy for that. That's been something that's been mentioned as a possible fight for yourself. Just how big of a fight would that be?
That would be huge. Like we're both British Asian. It would attract different types of audience, like his audience, my audience, and the amount of people we can pack out at the arena. It'd be unbelievable, and it'd be a great night because the build up to it, and it'd be it'd be most talked about for the prospects, just to build up to that fight.
Where do you see your weight settling at for kind of the immediate term? Obviously, you're a young man, you're going to grow. I can see you potentially ended up at 154 or something in the future. But where can you see yourself campaigning for your next, say, half a dozen fights?
See, I'm hovering between, super light and light. And the other day I weighed in. Realistically, I am a lightweight, but obviously I'm going to be growing into a super lightweight because I know I'm getting bigger. And it's obviously my birthday tomorrow. So, and I'm officially 20, so obviously it's I'm gonna keep growing. I'm only obviously 19 today, tomorrow I'll be 20, but I'm still growing as a man, and I think super lightweight holds better for me.
What you got planned for your birthday? Anything planned?
Training. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Training. Might have a little dinner or something like that, but probably do something on the weekend. But I can't miss a day of training. Training is where I belong, and this is my work. So.
One of the things that I'm always fascinated to look into is your Instagram stories. You get a lot of questions, you do a lot of Q&A with your fans, you get a lot of support from everybody. Yeah. What does that mean to you to have such great support so early in your career?
Yes, it means a lot because obviously Amir Khan, he had that star attraction when he was young, and obviously I'm still developing into the pro games, and it's good to take all this in. Don't let it get to my head yet. Because obviously I've got to stay focused. I use that as my motivation. I need to, obviously, I want to use that as motivation to drive better in training and all that. and want to prove a lot of people wrong that I could become world champion at a young age.
You mentioned Amir Khan there. We've spoken about Amir a few times when we've sat down and spoke. He was, of course, at your last fight. Gave you a nice little present as well. Why don't you tell people what present he got for you?
Oh, he's got me a Gucci top.
That must have been surreal for you, as somebody who's idolised Amir Khan growing up, and to see him there and have such support from him must be great.
Yeah, it was great. Like, for him to be there at the fight, it was tremendous, and I wanted to put on a great performance. And you know, that day I stole the show. You know, everyone was talking about me. Everyone was, you know, excited about me, and yeah, it couldn't have got even better.
What advice has he given you for the early stages of your career?
He came to the change room. He gave me great advice. It's like, don't let the crowd get into your head. You know, obviously, he goes, even when he was young. You know, when you've got the crowd chanting, or when you hit a shot, they start roaring and all that. Don't let that get to your head, because he said that to me. Just keep behind the jab. You know, if the stoppage comes, it comes. So don't force the stoppage.
Yeah, something that Amir kind of got guilty of sometimes in his career. He'd land a good shot or get caught with a good shot, hear the crowd and go in there. So good advice from Amir Khan there. I was in the gym the other day with Dalton Smith. And that's a fight that seemingly people, we love to, I've just mentioned to Daniel, talk about domestic rivalries. People are kind of looking at you and Dalton coming up, and obviously you going up to 140. He had some very complimentary things to say about you. What have you made about Dalton Smith? Of course, you know him from sparring with Luke Campbell.
He's a tremendous fighter. Like, he's a great fighter. He's fighting for the British title. So far, I'm not really looking towards that yet. I've got to deal with this year first. Obviously, if that fight comes down the line, obviously it's a great fight. But obviously, at the moment, he's a great fighter, a lovely kid as well. And yeah, he's fighting for the British title, and I believe so. He's gonna beat that guy quite easy. I think he's gonna stop him as well.
Just back to yourself, you went into Sky Sports with Andy Scott and Barry Jones, somebody I know very well, and you know, you were talking about the goals that you have for yourself. You've always been very open that you want, you know, big names, big fights as quickly as possible. Just talk to us a little bit about that. How soon do you see yourself being able to mix it with those top guys at either lightweight or super lightweight?
So far, it's going great with, you know, obviously my career, and if it's going the way I want it, then obviously I'll hopefully be taking this big fight soon, and whatever Shane says when I'm ready to take these big guys, you know. But if I had the choice to fight one names, like, you know, to get on my name first, would be probably like George Cambosos or something like that.
Over here, we kind of like, we have this thing about our sportsmen, and particularly boxers, where, you know, stay humble, we want to do this. You've always been very open about wanting to test yourself, wanting to go quickly, wanting to fight these big names. What do you think that says about you as a fighter?
It shows that I have big confidence in myself. But obviously, I know for a fact, if I'm training in the gym really hard, I'm putting the work in. I started boxing so young, and obviously, for me to say all this it's not false, it's all true. You know, I'm always like, I want to test myself always, and you know, one day I will have more chance against all these top lads. And yeah, at the moment, I'm just gonna keep knocking these people out, keep entertaining people, and when my time comes, you guys will see the best of me when someone comes at me and gives me a proper fight.
Final question on your brother Hassan, who of course returns to the ring next Saturday, on the 30th of July down in Bournemouth. It's going to be great for you to see your brother back in the ring, and obviously you're very close, work together in the gym every day.
Yeah, he's doing very, very good in the gym. He's always improving. Like, I've seen a massive improvement in Hassan, and you know, this gym is all about learning every single day. And I think it's going to be another spectacular night from Hassan, and you guys will see another tremendous performance and probably a knockout, because Hassan's doing very good in the gym and he's improving. So. Okay, well, Adam, always a pleasure to catch up with you. Before I let you go, what message have you got for the fans who will be watching this and eagerly awaiting your return to the ring? You guys will see, you know, more knockouts, more entertainment, and yeah, you guys are going to see the best of me when I have more fights. And yeah, the assassin's coming. Okay, Adam Azim, always a pleasure. Thanks very much for speaking to ID Boxing. I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you, Rob.